Thank you for sharing that. That's very, very nice. That's just one example of what it can do for you. When you begin to relate to your life, not as the world coming at you, not as the outside coming in and doing this to me, but as you wake up to the fact that what you see is really from the inside out, and that what you're dealing with at any moment, you're dealing with your own thinking. You're dealing with the real source of what's showing up for you is thought in the moment. That's what you're feeling. That's what you're dealing with. That's the tree the dog went up. Well, then you're going to stop. Well, that's the tree the squirrel went up. So then the dog is going to stop barking up all the wrong trees. I know that was a convoluted statement. You know the statement of barking up the wrong tree? Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Let me say it again. We're taking off the table all the things that you thought were behind the way you felt. It's not your husband. It's not your wife. It's not your kids. It's not your childhood. It's not Vietnam. It's not the weather. None of these things get into your right now. There's no way for them to get into your right now except for through thought. There's a simplicity in this. It's very simple. It's not complicated. There's nothing else to look at anymore about understanding how you feel the way you feel. Now, you can, if you believe that there are things out there that control the way you feel, like the weather, this is akin to idol worship. Now, let me explain myself why I say that. What is idol worship? What is the ridiculousness of idol worship? Where someone came along and decided, this shtick holds, this piece of metal can determine whether I'm going to have a prosperous year or not, and therefore I'm going to bow down to it and bring it green grasses every morning for breakfast. That's ridiculous. It's not true. Even if this piece of wood wanted to, which it doesn't, it can't control what's going to happen for me this year. And for me to ascribe those types of powers to it would be ridiculous. It's backwards. Well, we do that all the time. I still do it all the time. Where there are moments when I believe that there are things other than my own thinking that control the way that I feel. For instance, I may think that because that person said this to me, I'm required to, that's why I feel this way. You did this to me, that's why I feel this way towards you. And as long as I believe that, I am going to live in that. I'm going to react to that person with that belief. I'm going to act on that belief. I'm going to live it. It's going to be real for me. But it's not true. It never was, and it never will be. Now, I'm not saying that you can walk around like we mentioned before, that you can say this about anything. You know, it's all Einoid Milvada, it's just thought, it's just a Kadosh Baruch Hu. You can, yeah, if you can see that, then, you know, it's perfect life. Well, here's the other catch about this, is that the last time I checked, we're all human, and so that we all forget this from time to time. Because what I described before is that there's this consciousness department that makes our thinking feel so real that it looks like it had nothing to do with it. So we forget, we're compelled by the way the world feels that we forget that it's coming from our thinking. That's just the nature of it. But you can always remember, you can always be reminded after a few minutes or a few days or a few weeks, like, oh, right, I forgot, silly me. I forgot, I thought that this feeling was coming from you. I forgot for a moment. And you can see that other people are forgetting for a moment. But then you can remember. And as you get more and more grounded in it, as you remember, you'll remember more quickly, you'll get more resilient, you'll get calmer, you'll begin relating to the world as it is, meaning coming through your thinking, as opposed to the way that it isn't, meaning that it's coming at you. And that's just the benefit. That's how it works. That's how it works as you get more grounded in this, as you begin to see it more clearly, as you gain more clarity in it. it'll be more real to you, and life will look different to you even though nothing's changed. There'll be the same people in your life, there'll be the same circumstances, but your feeling can be completely different because you will see where it's coming from.